Hi folks, it's Todd and I'm here to talk to everybody today about hanging hammocks. What I wanted to do is show you how I set up mine. There's other ways to do it. There's other knots to use. There's always something else that somebody else does differently. This is how I set up my hammock and this is how I sleep well at night. You set it straight, real tight. You're never going to be able to lay sideways in that thing. It's going to squeeze you up like a cheap taco. Alright guys, this is all I carry. I've got my double nest hammock here. I've got a rain fly here for cover. I've got 4 stakes for tying off corners on this tarp. Show you how we do that. And then I can just pick up a few of these sticks, like finger-sized sticks for toggles. I'll show you how we use those. Axe for a little tent stake driver. And then I've got 2 pieces of mule tape, probably 12 foot each. This mule tape is rated for 1,800 pounds, so it's not going to break. I've got 2 of these, and basically it's just paracord with a prusik loop tied to it. And this is my ridge line. I've got 2 of these, one for both ends of the hammock or the fly. The way I do this is I just tie a bowline in the end of this mule tape, and then I wrap this around. I go about head high, a little bit over, outstretched arms, pull my mule tape through, tie it up. There it is. Webbing through my carabiner, okay? Then I'm just going to take it over behind the end that's attached to my anchor point, bringing it over. And now I'm just going to stick it back up through the carabiner right here, make a little loop, and bring that through that hole right there. And there it is. Now I'm going to pull this loose end through so that that knot right there is not going anywhere. But the beauty of this is, even after being under pressure, this hammock knot can be easily undone. Now if there's a lot of pressure on it, the beauty of this mule tape is it's just easy to get off. But it's basically a slip knot that you're pulling through right here to undo it. And now I'm done. Okay, see how easy that was? Alright, I like easy. Both ends tied off. I've got just a little bit of a sag here, and that's what we want. But a lot of hammock campers leave that about like that. I like my hammock to smile really big at me. So that's not enough sag for me. So what I've got here is a fixed ridge line, and it's nothing fancy. It's just a piece of paracord with a bowline on this carabiner on this end of the hammock, and then a trucker's hitch on the other end of the hammock, so that I can pull those 2 ends together a bit and cause it to give me more smile, or more sag, okay? This trucker's hitch, I just loosen it and pull it. I can really get a lot of tension on this line to create a lot of sag in my hammock. So this sag here is running about like I like it. Probably could have even a little more. So, now to get in my hammock, all I'm going to do is I'm just going to stand here beside it. I'm going to put one hand on this edge of my hammock, take the other hand, spread it, then I'm just going to kick a knee up and set back, just like this. Set back into my hammock, and here it is. So, this is a comfortable lay for me, because I'm not laying straight in line with this. By doing this, it allows me to spread out in a diagonal way so I can lay flat at night. I can sleep on my shoulders, I can sleep on my back, however I want to sleep, okay? To get out, I'm simply going to grab both sides again, okay? Sweep my feet over, and I'm on the ground. My feet are on the ground. To get out, all I'm doing is just holding it, pushing out, and I'm up. Now, if you've got a hammock strung too tight, you're going to be wrapped up like a piece of cellophane. This thing's just going to squeeze you in. Your shoulders are going to be tight against both walls. The fabric's going to be closing over on your face. It's going to be claustrophobic. Now, when I'm putting string and rope and cordage back up, I've got my bowline and, for example, this mule tape for my hammock tie out. I just put a loop through my finger there, that bowline, and then I just start winding the rope up around here, around my fingers, until I get to the end. Then I'll tie it off with a half hitch. Real quick, easy way to do it. Once I get about that much hanging, right there, then I just take it off my fingers and give me a couple of loops around it, and then put a half hitch in there, tighten it up, and that's what we've got. Okay, now for the ridge line, this is a ridge line that just simply connects to both corners of my tarp or my fly. Okay, you can use a full length ridge line if you'd like. I've used that before, but I kind of like this method better now. It seems to be a little quicker. Since it's not weight bearing, all I've got is a little carabiner snap on one end with a prusik loop on the paracord here, and this will be wrapped around the tree, and then this will hook back on this right here. So let's see it right here. I don't have to run cord, 25 foot of paracord or however long a piece of cord you have for your ridge line back through this loop. All I do now is I just clip it in, cinch it tight, and that's all I need to do. Okay, we can pull either way and it's not going anywhere. We can take it and slide it with two fingers to adjust the tension on our tarp. I'm going to pull through one of these tie outs here, a little tie out loop inside my fly. I'm going to pull that prusik through there. I'm going to reach in my pocket and grab one of those stick toggles that I picked up off the ground, and I'm just going to slide it through that loop. Okay, that's all I'm doing for now. I'm just going to let it hang. Now, to adjust this thing, instead of a continuous tight ridge line, this right here is loose. This is a loose end of my ridge line. So I'm going to take and hold this ridge line tight and slide my prusik up until I get my tarp tight. Okay, if I need to back it off a little bit this way, go just on the other end. That's the beauty of these prusiks. Okay, this is what we've got. We've got a tight ridge tarp going all the way across. Now we're going to tie out the four corners. Now, when it's warm weather, I don't stake my corners to the ground. I bring them out here to the edge, and I really lift up all four corners so that I can have a breeze coming through here. I like to have breezes. My corner, the corner of my fly, wherever I want it, and get it about as high as I want it. It's got to be able to shed rain, obviously, if it does rain a little bit. And I just wrap this tie-out string around it one time. We've got our tent peg in the ground. I'm going to run my cordage through my line, my guy line, and that's about where I want it. So now what we do is we just tie a simple trucker's hitch on here, run my loop back through here, tighten it down, and we call it good. About right there. You don't want it real tight because you got to do all four corners. You can come back and quickly adjust this trucker's hitch. Okay, now instead of having all four corners coming down at an A-frame, now I've got this big open space underneath here for breeze to come through, especially in warm weather. Even in the fall and early spring, I like it this way just because I like sleeping cold. Okay, like I said in the beginning, this is the way I hang my stuff. Okay, I hang my tarp this way, I hang my hammock the way I just showed you. If it works for you, great. If there's anything that doesn't work for you, use something else. But I found that this is a quick, easy way for me to tie up my hammock, hang it, and get that sag that I like, make it smile back at me, okay? Once you do that, then you're able to lay diagonally and sleep like you never slept before in the woods. Okay, guys, that's it. Man, I sure do appreciate all the new subscribers we've been getting and all the support, the comments. Man, I'm telling you, you guys are wonderful. Oh yeah, keep doing the stuff self-reliance.